Gentlemen, the time has come once again to discuss things.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome to a special mini episode of Geeky Gentlemen. First of all, let me say I'm sorry that I haven't uploaded these in a while. Finals week and all that gets in the way. But anyway, I am Sid Part 2, and joining me today is TheRealManos.
Hi, everybody. How you doing?
I'm sure they're doing well. See, I can respond to the audience because I'm that good. Anyway, so I've heard Manos talk about Wonder Woman a lot in different videos around YouTube, you know, on his own channel, on Geekvolution, stuff like that. And I've had my own thoughts on it, and neither of us are particularly happy with what we've been hearing about what they're planning to do with the character, even though, and you're gonna hate me for this, I kind of enjoyed the David E. Kelly pilot.
Yeah.
I don't know. I found something to like in that, though I'm not gonna say it's good. Anyway.
What did you like it about it? Just how
I
ironically bad it is?
No, I have just this weird thing where, like, the more someone hypes up a movie, the less I'll enjoy it. So, and it kind of works in the exact opposite way, too, where the more someone tells me something's terrible, I actually end up enjoying it more when I watch it. So, like, I basically sat down to that going, okay, this is not going to be the worst thing ever. And it wasn't. It was not come and see, so... Anyway, but yeah, so I don't know, though that isn't really an effective way to do the character long term, I'll admit. So
no. That would, I'll be honest, I'm actually happy it was bad and was poorly received, because David E. Kelly is not the person you want to do Wonder Woman with.
Really? I don't know.
He's a horrible choice.
Did you ever watch any Boston Legal?
No, at that point I gave up on David E. Kelly.
That was one of my favorite shows for a while.
I got horribly tired of his work through Ally McBeal.
I never saw Ally McBeal, I gotta say.
Man, that would make you hate David E. Kelly.
I just like Boston Legal because it was really well done, but this isn't a review of David E. Kelly.
Oh, yes. Let's move on.
Yeah, anyway, so Bill and I did a video a while back talking about possible ways to do a Jurassic Park 4 film, and I figured it'd be a fun thing to do with Wonder Woman, since, like I was saying, she's kind of in development hell.
Oh, God. She is probably, I gotta say, she is the biggest character that doesn't have a movie currently. Easily. There was a couple more that was in that group with her, and now that group has really shrunk, and she's now the biggest of the characters now.
Yeah, because I'd argue that Wonder Woman's more recognizable than Thor.
Yes. I mean, Jesus Christ. Marvel has been able to put together a Guardians of the Galaxy movie.
Before Wonder Woman, yeah.
For Wonder Woman. They're working on an Ant-Man film that looks like it's going to get going. And they actually have a talented director on it. They just didn't hire some yahoo to do it.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're putting real effort into, all these. I mean, there's 2 Ghost Rider movies.
Oh, God.
And it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous that this character, one of the Trinity, has still been screwed over this bad.
Yeah, and I don't know. I fell asleep. I can't say I saw. I tried to watch the original Linda Carter pilot, and it was so bad.
I would watch that again right now. If it was in front
Okay, I couldn't sit through it. It was really bad.
It may have that may have something to do with my childhood. I used to watch that as a kid.
Yeah, probably.
But you know,
I just-
I would put that over. I mean, that characterization is closer to Wonder Woman than "I'm gonna kill you." It's like, whoa,
Oh, I agree. I'm
calm
not
down,
saying
you
that.
weirdo.
I don't want to say that the David E. Kelly thing was better, but I just enjoyed it more.
I'm pretty sure Kelly has never read a comic ever in his
Not
life.
surprised. Wouldn't be surprised. But like I said, I don't really want to talk about that because I'm never going to say that pilot was good. I just happen to enjoy it.
I don't particularly. Yeah, I don't. He got really well known for writing women, but I think he writes really whiny, terrible women. Actually,
I don't know. You had the character Schmidt in Boston Legal, and she was kind of a badass.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know where he got that reputation. I don't particularly like the way he writes women at all. I don't like the way he writes anybody.
All right, but like I said, not David E. Kelly. We might have to do a video on David E. Kelly, just a debate. But anyway, I don't know. Like, the thing that's gotten me with Wonder Woman is I don't know why she doesn't have a movie, especially when there's just been this like resurgence of Greek myth movies hitting the screens. It started with 300, and then you just got all of these things. I mean, you know, Immortals, it was okay. Clash of the Titans, not good. Wrath of the Titans, much better. You just had all these Greek myth movies hitting the scenes, and I'm like, why are they not doing a Wonder Woman movie in this same style? That's my thing. I would like to see Wonder Woman just battling friggin' monsters and saving the world. It'd be awesome.
I agree, and well, I mean, you have to. I mean, let's not overlook the obvious handicap is that you know, sexism is still a problem, and the fact that, you know, we'd be talking about a female-led action fantasy big budget film is kind of hard for some people in Hollywood to greenlight, especially when we're talking about the studio system where the big money is still owned by men.
As much as I hate to cite her, one of the few things Grace Randolph has ever said that I've actually agreed with, you know, you had Alien, which establishes the very first female action movie hero, even though she had to do the last scene in her underpants.
Mm-hmm.
You have Alien, which established that, and then you got a couple more here and there until you get to 2003, 2004, and Tarantino decides, let's give a female action hero and background that's on the same level as all these other really cool, iconic characters. So I agree with what you're saying. It's hard for the studios to back it, but I mean, overall, it's been mostly a success. I mean, you got Sucker Punch, which wasn't really good.
Well,
but
here's the problem: when one doesn't succeed, then they go, "Oh, the audience doesn't want this," which is pretty profoundly unfair because there are plenty of male-led films that bomb.
Yep.
But they don't take away that lesson that, oh, nobody wants to see a movie with guys in it. It's like, well, no, that particular movie just wasn't good. Like for instance, like you know, the Green Lantern movie, for instance. I mean, that's like them saying, oh, nobody wants, you know, dude superheroes.
Yeah, and that wasn't the problem
movie
with that
just
movie.
blew.
The problem with that movie was the direction. No, it's just, I don't know, like, how'd you like the animated movie that they did for her?
I actually really loved it.
Yeah, me too. I think there's a couple problems with it.
Not as problem as everything, but yeah. I mean, it was. I think that movie is one of the victims of the 70-minute time limit that they have to deal with. If they had, if the director and Bruce Timm had, I don't know, a standard running time, like 90 minutes to 2 hours to make that film, that would have been, you know,
much better.
Much better.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was just so cool to see Wonder Woman and the Amazons fighting all these demons on the, you know, steps of Washington.
Yeah,
Oh, that was cool.
it was amazing. Hippolyta was awesome.
Yeah.
Let's see, all the supporting characters were really solid.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it a lot, actually.
Mhm.
And what?
I'm just wondering, do you think, like, would you want to see the Invisible Jet? Or, well, would you want to not see the Invisible Jet, rather?
I have. I'm kind of split on the whole thing. I actually prefer her flying.
Uh-huh.
But I think that even if she can fly, the invisible jet does have its advantages.
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember there's an issue of Batman and the Outsiders where they're all traveling by plane, and Geoforce, who can fly, is in the plane with them. I can't remember who asked him this, but one of them asked, like, "Hey, why aren't you flying outside?" It's like, "Are you kidding? It's freezing outside." Do you know how boring it is to fly?
Just take everybody's dreams and just introduce the problems with them.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, if she needs to like take a couple people and then cool, give her the plane, or some kind of activity she needs to use. It can definitely be used to attack things and lift things and various things. John Byrne, when John Byrne brought back the invisible jet to the comics, he actually kind of made it function in a different way, where it was kind of this invisible shape-shifting object that she could usually use it as a plane, but she could actually have it transform into any kind of weapon or transport she needed.
See, like, I think the thing to do with it, because, like, let me just get into the basic idea I had for a plot, and we can kind of round back to the jet, I think.
Oh, sure.
I kind of wanted the idea that she left the island very early on in still, like, ancient Greece-era times and was, like, a world traveler kind of myth that, just went around helping people, just all over the world. I don't want her to be American Central.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure how to explain the costume based on that. But anyway, just be this world traveler for, centuries that's helping to save the world. And then eventually get to America and meet Steve Trevor. And he brings her into, like, the governmental fold. And, like, the invisible jet could be something that he gives to her to help maneuver around more. Somehow it's like this, experimental aircraft thing that the military has.
Mm-hmm.
That seemed like the cool way to me, because I like the idea of, this centuries-old Wonder Woman, as opposed to, oh, I'm 18. Well, that's not really a Wonder Woman. I don't know, I like the idea of just this mythic warrior kind of thing for her, and I think that the Invisible Jet could work in late into her career, as opposed to being some kind of Amazon technology. That part kind of always bugged me. It just doesn't seem like something they should have.
Yeah, John Byrne's the reboot that John Byrne did on his run, like late '90s or something like that. It was actually alien technology.
Oh, okay.
I forgot. I can't remember how the Amazons got their hands on it, but it was actually I think Wonder Woman got it during one of her adventures in the John Byrne run, and it was a gift to her. So it was technically an alien craft, or she could just get it from somebody like the Justice League Crisis on.
Yeah, I was about to say I really like that. Spoils of War.
Yeah, awesome. I love that. Get off my plane, and she looks at him after she kicks him off, and it's like, it's my plane now, bitch. That would have been my line. I would have. But if I could have her say something. But,
just Wonder Woman's just like, it's just John McClane with superpowers and tits.
That's right. Well, or John McClane now. But I think if it were up to me, if Hollywood would listen to me for 2 minutes, I am just a sucker still for the World War II storyline. I don't know. I can never remember if Joss Whedon was going to do World War II or he was fired because he didn't want to do World War II. I can never remember which is what. But I do like the origin is not complicated. It's and it is still really it's something you can really get into. It's really something you can kind of enjoy. I like the idea of the Amazons had been on Themyscira, kind of left alone, and I do like the George Perez origin of the Amazons. I think that's probably my favorite. And
help me out with it, because I don't think I've read that.
Oh man, he spends a whole issue explaining it in detail. Where they were supposed to be sort of the goddesses emissaries on Earth, but that they got deceived and seduced into war by Hercules, who was really evil in the Wonder Woman universe. I don't know if he still is anymore in the New 52, but he was here. He's not the Marvel Hercules or the Kevin Sorbo Hercules. He's not that guy.
Interesting. Is that I remember hearing one origin for them where, like, the reason they have the bracelets is because they were, like, slave girls, and then they realized that they overpopulated the masters on the island, and they rose up in rebellion with Hera at their backs, and they kept the bracelets to remind them of their origin.
In most versions, including George Perez version, they were like captured and thrown into slavery and sex slavery, and it was Hippolyta that led the revolt. In the Perez version, it was partly her fault because she let her guard down.
Okay.
With Hercules, actually, but that's usually kind of generally what's up until recently, I guess, except it is canon. I do like the idea that they were feeling like maybe they had like stepped away too long, and realized World War II is just starting, I guess, and it's 40, 41 and something like that, and they decide to send an emissary. And I was thinking it would be cool if Wonder Woman's first mission was to sort of see if she can talk peace before it gets really bad and it's very obvious. Like there's no talking to the Nazis.
You can never make... That's the movie I want to see, where someone just makes peace with the Nazis.
Yeah,
you never see that.
That's not going to happen. So, yeah, so I would definitely like to do that in a film where we show her political side, but when some people cannot be talked to or reasoned with, she can rise up, and she rises, of course, with the Allies, of course, because in that side they were mostly the good guys. So yeah, and then she could disappear. And also, what would be cool is you could really, since it would be a period piece, you could really look back on the politics of gender and the politics of war and peace and the politics of bigotry from the vantage point of time, where it's talking about the time of the 40s, but it would still relate to present day. And then at the end of the movie, we would probably have some huge victory. Perhaps maybe Hitler's forces would team up with either Ares or some supervillain or some army of
or Nazi werewolves.
Werewolves, or something really gargantuan, and maybe nestled deep from Greek mythology.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I mean, actually, that would work fairly well because Hitler was so interested in myth. Admittedly, not Greek, but like more Norse, but still.
Yeah.
You could do some interesting stuff there.
Yeah, but if the Greek characters of the Greek mythology characters had come to Hitler and go, "Hey, we can help win you this war," he would sure as shit agree to that. And then of course she would very well be needed. And then if I were to do any more films, then they would like take place in the present day, where there would be maybe the second film would deal with the fact that she's been gone, and there's been sort of like this mystery of like where'd she go, and her legacy since then. Because I was thinking like she would help win the war, fight the good fight, and then kind of disappear, and this myth, this legend would come about, and she would be kind of this iconic figure of femininity and the early feminist movement, and we can make a case that she was like big, and she left a long shadow that she sort of planted a seed.
Yeah, like if like you saw in the like intro credits, if they did kind of the intro credits like they did with Watchmen.
Yes.
We see like the feminist movement, and instead of like the iconic symbols that they use, or not instead of, but one of the iconic symbols they're using is Wonder Woman. That'd be interesting.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's the weird thing is it would reflect on the real life shadow that Wonder Woman has had on the movement. So you could like a clever filmmaker could like sort of marry the two. Which is something that I always, like in the comics, get pissed off about. That they don't really... They do that with Superman, but they never do that enough with Wonder Woman. And Greg Rucka did that a little bit, but other than that, a lot of people don't. So that's basically how I would do like the first couple films and set up maybe a film series.
Yeah, that'd be neat. I just like the idea, like we're kind of on a similar wavelength here with you're just having her come into the world much later. I just like the idea of this, maybe it's because I've been watching so much Doctor Who, just this traveler that saves the world constantly.
Yeah. And my interpretation of the character would be, I would definitely look for, I can't even think of a name actress who could do her justice. I would definitely look for an actress who can be half of Audrey Hepburn and half of Xena. Someone who's charming and funny and likable, and then someone at the same time can be believable, like leading an army or kicking the shit out of some people.
You need someone that can do a really dramatic turn at the drop of a hat.
Yeah,
basically.
yeah.
I'd agree with you. And there aren't enough big name actors. I keep hearing people say, Megan Fox, I will kill whoever makes that happen. I will murder you. I don't care what consequences may come of it. That's not okay.
What's so tricky? You would definitely want to find an actress in her 20s. If you want to do it as a movie series. See, that's the thing. If you want to do anything as a movie series, you have to find your superhero actor as young as you can, so you can do at least 3 films with them.
Yeah, I mean that's the problem they're having with Iron Man right now.
Yeah, that's the problem they have with Michael Keaton. I think, with Batman, I think he was. I mean, I love Michael Keaton, and I think he's great in the role. But he was 38 when they first chose him. It's like, that's.
Mm-hmm.
He needed to be at least 10 years younger.
Yeah, I'd agree with you. It's like, how old's Cavill?
Cavill? I don't know.
I know he was trying out for Superman for years, actually. He was actually in the running with Roth, back when they were doing Returns.
Mm-hmm.
And he was in the running for Batman, oddly enough.
Ah. I mean, it does have that kind of, like, build and look, so...
Yeah, he'd been on Nolan's radar for a while for stuff, so... I actually, irrelevant, but screw it, here on Sid Part 2's channel, we embrace the tangent. Cavill, when he was auditioning for Superman, they made him put on the Christopher Reeve costume to do the audition in, which I find fascinating. Just to see if he could pull off the role in kind of, what by modern standards is considered a kind of a kooky costume.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm just trying to think. There aren't a lot of great actresses that could really pull off the role that come to mind. I mean, most of the great actresses are really on the other side of the hill from that, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, Oh,
Cavill's
I mean,
30, by the way.
I can go low 30s. But I mean, you just gotta know that these films, if they're successful, you could do like a whole bunch. Like I mean, I was just thinking earlier today. Do you know how many comic book films Chris Evans has been in?
A lot.
He's been in 6 in the last few years.
Okay, let's see here. Fantastic Four 1, Fantastic Four 2, Captain America, Avengers, Captain America 2 is coming out. What else? Scott Pilgrim.
Scott Pilgrim and The Losers.
Oh, right. Damn. So it's going to be 7 once Captain America 2 comes out. Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez, that guy's in everything.
I know. Comic books have been very helpful to his film career.
Yeah. He doesn't, from what I understand, he doesn't love doing them. He's just doing them to pay the bills so he can do more, grounded stuff, which is fine. I mean, as long as he's putting his effort into it, that's good.
Yeah, I mean, he's a terrific actor. I mean...
Yeah.
I mean, good lord. I mean, fantastic. I mean, his Johnny Storm versus his character from Scott Pilgrim versus Captain America. I mean, they're 3 very different guys.
Yeah. All right, so Wonder Woman things, though, getting back to that a little bit.
Yeah.
Just to kind of wrap up on it. I don't know. I think the idea of the mythic, making her into a myth in the same respect that Hercules and I don't know, Jason and the Argonauts are. Just I want the idea of people telling tales of Diana of the Amazons, and that kind of permeating the culture and eventually getting to the idea of Wonder Woman as this icon would be really interesting to me. I don't need to see every adventure, but the thing that'd be good about setting up a character that's been around for a long time is you can do just about anything you want to call back for. That's something that kind of I usually resist when they go back to the origin or go back to before the character was around to establish something for another movie. But if you could establish it and act like it was always part of the thing, if this character's been alive and walking the earth, saving people for generations, I think that could work for her. And it's not something that's been done. Usually the first time she leaves the island is to go help out whatever's going on at that current time.
Yeah. I just think I would definitely... Yeah, I know about Origins, and I understand... but I think her origin is a really solid one and a really important one, and I'd really like to see the Child of Clay aspect of the origin return. That would definitely something.
Are you talking about the one that Gail Simone did with the guard?
Oh no! I'm talking about her real origin. Just
okay, I got you. I got you there.
Being born of clay and bestowed with life by the gods.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'd be.
That would definitely be in the movie. No Zeus.
Yeah, I'd agree. I don't particularly like that change. It makes sense. I just don't like it.
It makes me violently angry, actually.
It's just I've got to break something right now.
Yeah, what's the first living thing I see? I must kill. Squirrel. Take that, squirrel.
Yeah. Take that, squirrel. You can blame Brian. PETA can blame Brian Azzarello for this. No, I don't know. I just, I like the Child of Clay. It's just such a cool visual, when they did it in the animated film, that I would love to see that done live action, because just the effects work alone would be really fascinating how they did it, if they, really put their time into it.
It is. That's a very good point. The visual, just the imagery is just amazing. And to let that go is stupid.
The one thing I will say that I don't want to see, because it just happens too much in all of the things that I see or read with Wonder Woman, it's just the Amazons are always kind of typecast as just utter man-haters. They're just to the point where it's almost makes them look more ignorant than enlightened.
Well, that's obviously something a good writer would avoid.
Yeah, it's just like, even in the movie, they kind of did it. Not as much, but not as much with the Amazons themselves. They just kind of, like, typecasted any man in that movie to kind of be an idiot. Like, even Zeus was a moron in that movie. Like, you know, you hear that conversation between Hera and Zeus. It's just like, he's just angry like all men. Humph! Really? Really? um, I don't like seeing that in the books because they're supposed to be... Like, I'm a philosophy major. I like ancient Greece. I'd like to see them debating, just in the background in one scene, just someone debating about Socrates. That'd be cool.
That would be cool. Yeah, but you know, I would try to balance it as well, because you know what, they had not seen men for centuries, and the last time they saw men, they were raped and imprisoned by them. So
yeah,
there would be that group on that island that wasn't so awesome about men.
Yeah, I get that. I don't want them to be like, oh, men are all right, but I just want them to be like, men are fine. Men aren't evil or anything. They're just kind of children, and we're not going to deal with them. They're not smart enough to be around us yet, kind of thing.
Well, that's the thing.
The world of man is not ready for us, kind of thing.
That's one of the things that's important about Hippolyta and, you know, her stances, and, you know, even though she had suffered greatly, you know, that would kind of be her. I think she would. I think I would write her in a way that she wants to believe in these lofty goals, but, you know, her experiences have tainted some of her beliefs, and she does fight against it.
Yeah.
So I think that would be an interesting way to go about that character.
Yeah, I agree.
And of course, Diana, you know, is a true believer. And I would also probably have a scene of her talking to animals.
Really? Huh. I don't know about that.
That's a little known power of hers.
Yeah. I wouldn't be.
A lot of people don't know that she can actually understand. Basically, she's like Aquaman with everything.
Okay.
Great, Aquaman can talk to fish.
I'm sorry, Manos, we're having a little bit of a connection error. Hold on.
Man, she can talk to every... Oh, okay.
There's just a little bit of a delay, so I'm just gonna... We're gonna try to wrap up real quick. I wouldn't have a problem with her talking to animals, it would need to be done right, and it cannot be the major driving force of a plot. Like, there can be no major connection to it, in my opinion, because that would be a little much.
No, I mean, you don't want, like, you know, yeah. No, obviously it would be a moment or a scene or something like that, just to show that she can do it.
I gotcha, that'd be cool. Yeah.
If they do a Justice League film, they should probably do that.
Where she's talking to animals, that'd be cool.
Well, like Aquaman talks to some fish and goes, "Oh, that's nice. Hey, everybody." Hey.
Like, you know what'd be a cool way to work it in? You know what'd be a cool way to work it in is if there was like a little kid getting, you know, is being backed into a corner by, I don't know, a bear or something, and Wonder Woman just comes in and is like, "Go away," and the bear just left. That would be cool. That'd be a good way to work it in. I wouldn't want it to be like.
Of course not. I'm not saying the whole movie.
No, I get that. I'm just saying I don't want it to be like something that. I don't want it to be the power that she... I don't want, like, the Superman 2 thing, where it's just, oh, this power solves all the problems in the movie.
No. It would be... It's more of a helpful kind of power.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see that. That'd be cool.
Let's see. There was a short story where Power Girl was having problems with her cat, and she actually brought Wonder Woman to Cat Whisperer with her. See what the hell was the problem with her fucking cat?
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. I mean, it's a useful power.
Yeah, it could be very useful. That'd be interesting. I'd be worried that it somehow would be the major thing that's like, you mean the Hawk told you that this guy is responsible? Come on, don't do that. I don't know, maybe that's just me.
Yeah, I don't know.
You said that, I'm like, someone could take that the wrong way.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she does more than talk to fish, so.
Yeah. Alright. that's a cool thing, and like I said, just general ideas on how to do it, because everything I've heard about possible Wonder Woman movies just sounds like complete clusterfuck garbage.
I know, and it's extremely frustrating. This is I gotta tell you, I know we're gonna wrap up here, but right now is probably the most frustrating time I've ever had as a Wonder Woman fan. Everything is terrible. And I'm very sad.
I don't know. I mean, maybe like if they use the themes, maybe just go listen to the Linda Carter theme. You know.
I've actually started reading old back issues. I started buying trades of some of the old '60s and '70s stuff of Wonder Woman, so I can read some Wonder Woman.
Let me know if you start reading any of the kinky stuff.
It's well, I mean, God, everything is kinky.
I was listening to a podcast Milan and Superhero Enthusiast did where they're like, I just want to see Wonder Woman go more bondage again. I don't need to see that. I don't need Themyscira to be the island where we take criminal men and educate them. I don't need those overtones.
Yeah, this is not a good time to experiment with that. I know Grant Morrison's really talking about it, but
oh really? That'd be interesting.
Yeah, I don't know, but I don't even know if he's going to do that anymore, because I know that's what he wanted to do.
Yeah, I think DC kind of pissed him off with Action or something like that.
It's too bad, because DC would totally have done that right now.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, thanks for listening, everyone. This was fun. Manos, thanks for coming on.
No problem.
Yeah. And let's see here. I'm gonna try to post this Wednesday, and if that's luckily a very ambiguous statement because you don't know when this is being recorded. So, but thanks for listening, everybody. And until next time, we are your geeky gentlemen, and we will be discussing things.